People love betting. No matter if it's a friendly wager or the result of a fierce disagreement, we really enjoy putting our money where our mouth is. We see a mediocre game and we sprinkle a little betting on top to spice things up. The moment you place your money on the table, the game's not about Team A and Team B. It's about you, your skill, and your hard-earned money. What a feeling. Until the game ends and you're left standing there, pockets empty. It seems your money prefers one-way trips to the bookmaker, not necessarily because you don't know what you're doing, but because betting is not fair. The way the system works, bookmakers earn money with every single bet. And that's not because of match fixing or good contacts with the lizard people, it's because bookies kinda cheat. So, instead of teaching you how to amass incomprehensible riches by betting in this crazy innovative pattern that's bound to win every time, I'll show you how to become the bookie and make money from other people's misfortune. Welcome to Bookmaking 101. Before you can rake in the big monies, you need to understand how to get an edge over unsuspecting bettors. Start with a fair bet, coin toss. The chance that it lands heads up is 50%, same for tails. So we just cook up some math magic to determine the odds. Odds show bettors the payout. If they bet 100 and win, they get back 200, twice their stake. You can know the odds of a coin toss, but not the odds of a sports competition. Nobody knows those. What you do instead to come up with your odds is make a guess. A data-fueled algorithmic guess, but a guess nonetheless. So, there you have your fair bet. Only problem is, you don't want a fair bet. If you offered a coin toss at 2.0 odds, you'd never get to make any money. If peeps bet the same amount on both heads and tails, they'd get their money back every time. If it's heads, they lose half, but get back double. If it's tails, they lose half, but get back double. It always stays the same. What you'll do instead is give your customers slightly worse odds. Let's say 1.8. Congratulations, you just tweaked the odds in your favor. If peeps now were to bet 50 on both outcomes, through the power of bookmaking, they'd only get back 90. And for every time they make a bet, you pocket 10%. The more you lower the odds, the more you stand to profit. Gaining a few percent per bet sounds like peanuts, right? But if you accept thousands of bets, a few percent from every one of those ensures you gold-plated cornflakes for the rest of your life. Risk level? 0. You pay the winners with the money of the losers and keep a small cut to yourself. For the winners, it looks like you paid out their winnings from your pocket. Only you and the losers know the sad truth, that the money that has been won was once theirs, ripped from their hands forever. Now that you know how to make money, you need to learn how to not lose it again. If you don't take care, it's bye-bye superior looking but unremarkably tasting cornflakes. Coin toss. 1.8 for both outcomes. One peep bets 100 on heads and another one, absolutely certain to win, bets 200 on tails. For you, this means trouble. If it's heads, you get 300 in bets, pay out the winnings of 180 and keep 120 for yourself. Everything cool. But what if it's tails? The peep gets back 360, 60 of which you need to pay out of your own pocket. You actually lose money. Because you're not a charity, you must always balance your book. What that means is, no matter the outcome, you want the payouts to be about the same. In the case of a coin toss, it's easy, because you have identical odds. You only have to make sure that the amounts bet on heads and tails are about equal, and your cornflakes are safe. But in the real world, most people don't bet on coin tosses, so different outcomes have different odds. Let's go with 3.7 for red and 1.2 for blue. Incoming bets are 100 each, so we have 200 in the pot. If blue wins, nothing impressive happens. The winners get back 120 and you keep the remaining 80. But if red wins, you're left with your pants down. You have a pot of 200 but need to pay out 370. You could just refuse a few bets on red to bring about some balance, but that might not be the best idea. Instead, why not just mess with the odds to tilt the playing field? If you make the odds for red worse and the odds for blue better, fewer peeps will bet on red and more will bet on blue. You play around with the odds until payouts on both sides are in balance. But trust me, adjusting odds by hand is a lot of work. If only there were a machine able to make thousands of calculations a second so it could adjust the odds automatically. Maybe there is. Let me Google that real quick. Anyway, if you have a balanced book, it doesn't matter whether someone wins or loses a bet, because you always win. What counts is not on what peeps bet, but that they bet. A lot. Your job is maximizing betting activity. Get creative. Let people place live bets so they can bet even during a game. Offer multiple bets with exhilarating odds but laughably bad chances of winning. Let peeps cash out on their bets early so they can reduce their own winnings. The more they bet, the more you gain. This means advertising like crazy. TV and YouTube ads, web banners, sponsorships of teams, stadiums, leagues, and basically anything else you can plaster your logo onto. Make people hope for the big win. No matter how unlikely it is, there's always a tiny chance that they win some really implausible bet and make a lot of money. Keep them optimistic and wave crazy wins in their faces. Show them what amazing things could be if they just gave it a try. Make your customers believe, even if that's a pretty foolish thing to do. Tip the odds in your favor, balance your book, and make people bet as much as possible. If you follow these 3 rules, you'll see that you really can get rich through betting. It only depends on the side you're on. And in case you don't want to cheat people out of their life savings, but just wanted to know a few things about betting and bookmaking, you learned those as well.